Are you interested in Simon? Go up to Simon and say hello.
Is Britain's most famous street also its most haunted? Hello and welcome to Most Haunted. This week I've landed us right in the middle of a great British institution. Generations have settled down with this flagship soap opera for nearly half a century, but behind the scenes cast and crew are worried. Someone allegedly haunts here, and today Most Haunted sets out on an extra special investigation to hopefully meet and greet the lost souls who still reside on Coronation Street. This, however, is about more than just one cobbled street. We're here to investigate every corner of this Manchester-based set. Sorry to shatter any illusions, but these facades are just that. Although the interior sets do lie just a few hundred yards away, and both are said to host energies from the near and distant past. And if we are to fully investigate what goes on here, then two particular people are only too happy to help solve the mysteries that surround their workplace. While Sue Cleaver has been a street regular for 5 years, Simon Gregson has been part and parcel of Weatherfield life since way back in 1989. Both are here today and intent on helping us in our quest for the truth.
Well, this is certainly a different location, Coronation Street, but the amazing thing is that this location has actually only been here for about 20 years, but there are so many reported sightings of ghosts on this site, not only on the street here, but also actually in the studios.
This is without doubt the most famous pub in the country. In fact, it's just a small set inside a massive studio. Many of the country's most famous stars and famous characters from the street have drank and sampled Betty's Hot Pot over this bar. But this bar is famous for another reason that millions of people are unaware of as they tune in each week. It is in fact haunted.
Just across the road was the Church of St John's, and I've actually found a plaque in the park which states that on that site were buried over 22,000 bodies in the graveyard, and they most definitely stretched over here onto the site where Granada Studios are now.
Well, I'm a huge fan of Most Haunted, and so is my family, and I just jumped at the chance to come and have a go. I'd say I'm open-minded, although I haven't seen anything myself. I've heard that Corrie people have seen a lot of stuff over the years. I mean, it's now you look at it, we're outside and it's a great atmosphere and bright, but I can tell you that when you're filming late at night, sometimes when you're walking down the cobbles, it's quite a spooky place, so I'm going to be really interested to be spending a whole night here.
As well as dark shadows, many actors have been touched and actually pushed behind the bar area.
From what I know, stage one near where the Rovers bar is, the Rovers Return, that is apparently the place where most sightings are. So I think to be in there and then maybe hold a seance in there or a table tip thing in there, I personally think that's where the most energy is going to be and the most activity is going to be, is in there, I think.
I think Coronation Street is possibly haunted. What haunted is, I'm not sure. I mean, I hope I get to see something tonight, but there's been so many people over the years seeing the same things and feeling the same things, and, there's got to be something in it. And we'll hopefully find out tonight.
Here by the Scene Dock Door area, many people get the feeling that they're being watched. They've also seen the ghostly figure of a woman with long brown hair, and she wears a navy jacket. She's also been seen sitting in sofas around the different sets. Who is she? And what is haunting Britain's favourite soap?
I've watched pretty much every single one of Most Haunted, so yeah, I'm really excited and slightly nervous at the same time, but I'm really excited. I just hope that something goes on.
You know, if one could just come up to me, stand there and say, hello, I'm a ghost Sue, nice to meet you, then yay, I'll go home happy.
So we'll need to look back far further than this land's quarter-of-a-century association with television studios. And as well as the horrific vision of treading on what was once a massive cemetery, the active interest of 2 crew members also intrigues parapsychologist Kieran O'Keefe. Now Kieran, this has to be the most unusual place we've ever investigated.
You're right. As a crew, Most Haunted investigate a huge variety of places, castles, theatres, and now we're in the set of the most well-known TV programme in the country. It's just amazing.
Could some of the phenomena that's being experienced here now because of the fact that the set is actually built on top of a graveyard?
Yes, certainly. We know that this set has only been here for a limited period of time and that there's a graveyard with over 22,000 bodies beneath us. And so there's a possibility that if any spirit activity occurs, if the mediums pick up any sort of feelings, it may not be an association with the street. It might actually be with the graveyard. The interesting thing about this location is that it's familiar with everybody at home watching. They've all seen Rover's Return, they've seen Coronation Street, but for us it's the first time here. And with the lights down and just us being here in a different sort of setting, i.e. investigating a haunted location, it'll have different psychological issues.
Now we've got 2 actors joining us tonight. We've got Simon and we've got Sue. I would imagine it's going to be very difficult for them because they're joining us on their turf, on their territory, a place that they come to on a regular basis. So I want something to happen for them, because I don't want them to go away going, well, nothing happened. It was really boring.
Yeah. Them being involved in the investigation is going to make it quite interesting because, like you say, they're going to be very, very comfortable with the environment. This is where they work here almost every single day. But I wonder how things will change when the lights go down. Are they ever in this location when the lights aren't on? And we know from our experience that it kind of changes the atmosphere of a place. So I wouldn't be surprised if the 2 of them do react quite nervously to what's going on, and, like you say, hopefully something will happen to them.
By day, a seemingly innocuous maze of false doors and walls. But are there elements here that we cannot see? Can David Wells or Gordon Smith hint at why so many cast and crew have reported paranormal phenomena here? It may well have told household tales for several decades, but is Coronation Street really a realm for the ghosts of those that either lived, loved or died here?
There's one astral that comes to me almost immediately, and it's a male figure. He's an older male. He's not hard to age him. I think maybe in his 50s. Now he either died here of a heart attack, or he died here of an accident, because it seems like he worked here. And he's an attention grabber. He's one of these. He's not a huge chain. He's a nudger. He's a over here type things. Focusing around the bar, maybe behind the bar bottles, the odd clink.
Right.
I mean, you might say in a place like this, it's such an odd place, you're going to hear noise all the time.
How long ago are we talking that this man was around?
It's not that long ago. Maybe the figure I'm getting is only like 10 years or so.
Right.
And worked here, he worked here, you said?
Yeah, it feels like he worked here.
Well, as a member of crew?
Yeah, as a member of crew. Very friendly. He's not a nasty man in any way. And a nice... And when he's doing this, he's almost like saying... He wanted to be discovered. He wanted to be... when I say he died alone, it's, you think of, in your flat with your cats eating your toes. Not that kind of die alone. Died... and then was suddenly discovered.